We start at Ra's al Ghul's secret location. Previously, Alfred had been murdered by Victor Zash. Damien wanted him back, so he dug up his corpse and brought it to the Lazarus Pit. What we're seeing now is the result of that. Alfred is in very bad shape. Athanasia tells her brother that the Lazarus Pit doesn't always bring people back the way they were before. On top of that, Alfred has been gone for a long time. Athanasia tells him she's surprised to see him like this. She didn't know Damien had a good side. When they first met, he seemed like a pretty one-dimensional person, and that one dimension he had was called arrogant idiot. But this is something new. She asks him who taught him the little humility he has. Damien tells her Alfred was the one who did that. Suddenly, Talia enters the room. She asks Damien to come with her and bring Alfred along. Ra's al Ghul is contacting Batman. We're with the big man now. He's in a conference with Batman. The Bat is accompanied by all his allies. Ra's al Ghul begins his address. There is an event approaching. Batman will realize it when it starts. The Bat and his friends don't need to try to stop it. If they do anything, their children will pay the price. Ra's al Ghul doesn't want to hurt them. He doesn't want to hurt anyone else. But he will. He will eliminate many people. He will act soon and bring balance to the world. A message for Oliver, Dinah, and Jefferson. Ra's al Ghul is a man who keeps his word. Batman can confirm that. If he does nothing to interfere with his plans, he will spare their loved ones. All the big man wants is to save this world. When all of this is over, he will return their children to them. That is a promise. But if they move against him, he will kill their children. That is also a promise. The lives of a few children don't matter compared to the life of the planet. Finally, he tells Batman that even if he no longer cares about his son Damien, he should know that Ra's al Ghul also has his father's power in his hands. Damien enters the room with Alfred. Batman is completely stunned to see him in this condition. Alfred may not look very lively, but for the moment he is breathing. However, that can change very quickly. Alfred can die at any moment, and Batman won't even be able to do anything to stop it. The call ends. Ra's al Ghul apologizes to Damien. He knows he doesn't approve of these methods. Alfred also means a great deal to him, but he had to do it. Damien tells his grandfather that Batman won't come to this place for Alfred. He will come here for the children. Ra's steps away. He really doesn't care what Batman tries. Not even the Bat will be able to find them in this place. We're with Batman now. He knows the children are in South America. Jackson asks how he knows that. Batman tells him it's because he lost Connor's signal in northern Brazil. Dinah's son stopped transmitting his signal at the edge of the Amazon rainforest. Dinah asks what the hell he's talking about. Batman pulls up a map on the screen. The Amazon rainforest covers more than 2 million square miles and belongs to 9 nations. It's a big area, but at least they have a place to start. Given the way the signal cut out, Batman assumes they're underground. We're with Harley now. She tells Connor not to be scared. She knows this is hard. Harley introduces herself. She's a friend of his parents. Harley Quinn will make sure no one hurts them. They just have to trust her. Harley explains how they ended up here. All 3 of them were put to sleep with tranquilizer darts. They'll most likely have headaches for a while. Then she asks Jefferson's kids if they have any powers. If the answer is yes, they need to avoid using them for now. The big man is very extreme. On top of that, some of the people who work for him are very sadistic and cruel. Some are worse than cruel. These people are the kind who would beat a small puppy to death. All 3 of them are children of great heroes, but for now, they shouldn't try to be heroes here. We go back to Batman. Oliver calls him out for putting a tracker on his son. Batman tells him he was just being careful. Dinah asks why he didn't tell them. Batman tells her that if he had, it wouldn't have been careful. Jefferson tells him that even this is a lot coming from him. Batman did this because he knew that sooner or later, they would try to take him. He felt it was smart to take some precautions. If you think about it, Connor was a very obvious target. Oliver is furious about this. He lands a hard punch on Batman. The Bat understands and will let that one go. Oliver doesn't need Batman to let it go. After all, he's not his Green Arrow. Batman doesn't know what this Oliver is capable of. He doesn't know how or with whom he's been training. Oliver challenges Batman. Dinah steps between them and separates them. If neither of them calms down, she'll be the one to take them both out. What matters is rescuing the children and focusing on their real enemy. Jefferson agrees with that. They need to get their kids back right now. Nothing else matters. Dinah tells Batman that if he used her son on purpose to find Ra's al Ghul, he will pay dearly for it. Batman doesn't answer and says he'll start working on a plan. Oliver asks if he actually thinks they'll follow him on this. Barbara knows none of them will. Besides, none of them will be leading this mission. They're all emotionally tied to this situation, so no one will be thinking with a clear head. Barbara will be the leader, and they will follow her orders. If Ra's al Ghul finds out they're moving in, he will kill the children. This group is going to need help if they want to find that place. To get in without being detected, they need someone they all know. Batman says he won't come. He wants nothing to do with this. Barbara tells him she doesn't care. This is her team, and she wants him in it. Wildcat asks who they're talking about. Barbara says they're talking about a man who can go unnoticed in any location and any situation. A man who has infiltrated and taken down some of the most secure facilities in the world. A man who cannot be seen unless he chooses to be seen. He is one of the most powerful people on the planet. He may be their only hope. Barbara needs him on her side. They need Plastic Man. Later, Batman is outside an apartment. A large guy comes out and tells him he's not the pizza he ordered. Batman asks for Luke McDonough, and the guy tells him he doesn't live here anymore. Batman tells him he's pretty sure he does live here. His shape-shifting may be impressive, but he definitely needs to do a better job disguising his voice. Suddenly we see that the large man is none other than Plastic Man Jr. Batman delivers a hard kick to the door, breaking it down with ease. As he enters the apartment, he tells Luke he just wants to talk. Plastic Man Jr. had been hiding. Batman realizes he had disguised himself as an older man. Plastic Man uncovers himself and starts to run. Batman goes after him. Plastic Man tries to disguise himself as different objects, like a rug and pizza boxes. Unfortunately for him, that didn't work out too well since Batman spotted him easily. Luke asks how the hell he figured out what he was turning into. The answer is more obvious than he thinks. After all, he's trying to play hide-and-seek with Batman. He actually thought he could hide from him. Plastic Man Jr. tells him that whatever he came here to do, he better just get it over with. He thinks Batman came to capture him or hurt him. The Bat mentions an acronym. Plastic Man Jr. doesn't understand what he means. Batman explains what it stands for: Regular People Against Superman's Government. Luke tells him that's a terrible acronym. Batman tells him he was a member of that organization. Plastic Man Jr. denies it, saying he was never part of a terrorist organization and that he must have him confused with someone else. Batman tells him that the one who's confused is him, because he means he was a freedom fighter against terrorism, not a terrorist outright. Plastic Man asks what the difference is. Batman tells him it's being on the right side or winning, preferably both. The reason Batman is here is because he needs his help. He wants to infiltrate a secret location and stop something terrible from happening. He also needs to speak with his father. Batman asks where Plastic Man is. Mr. Plastic Man reveals himself. The whole time, he had been disguised as a clock. Not even Batman could tell he had been right in front of him the whole time. Plastic Man tells him that whatever Batman is looking for, he wants no part of it. Batman tells him he's a hero, but if he doesn't help them, billions of people are going to die. That doesn't matter to Plastic Man, but it does matter to his son. Luke volunteers to help. Plastic Man asks him not to. Batman insists he help them. The bad guys killed Ted Cord. They also took Dinah's son and Jefferson's daughters. Plastic Man can't believe it. After hearing those words, he decides to help. He'll do it for Dinah, Jefferson, and Ted. He also won't leave his son to face this alone. He doesn't want him to die. With that said, it's time to move out. The Batwing was already waiting for them outside. Luke is blown away by the incredible vehicle. We're on the Batwing. Luke tells Batman he's very quiet. Then he asks what he's thinking about. The Bat tells him he's thinking about how to kill a country. Luke and his father are stunned by what they just heard. Plastic Man says that sounds like a lot of fun. The Bat tells them it's not what they think. Ra's al Ghul wants to kill entire populations. Despite wanting to wipe out humanity, he wants to do it without harming the environment or wildlife. And that's not easy. If the leader of the League of Shadows wants to use some kind of bomb, poison the water supply, or start a chemical war, all of that would lead to environmental destruction. He needs to be more surgical about it. Luke asks if he's just sitting there thinking up a workable plan for a genocide with no collateral damage. Batman answers with a yes. Luke asks if there isn't somewhere else on this thing he can go sit. Suddenly, the impact alarms start going off. Batman doesn't know who or what is approaching them, but whatever it is didn't show up on his radar. It's coming at high speed right toward them. Batman and the others need to brace for a hard impact. The impact was fairly light, but whatever was approaching has landed on top of the Batwing. Plastic Man says the guy on top of him looks familiar. The one behind all of this is the Blue Beetle. He's about to break through one of the Batwing's windows, but first he tells Batman they need to talk. Blue Beetle asks if he's planning something. Batman tells him yes, and that this plan does not include Blue Beetle. He hasn't trained for a situation like this yet, so he's not ready, and he could put this mission at risk. On top of that, there are many lives on the line. Plastic Man asks if he isn't the kid who was working with Ted Kord. Blue Beetle answers yes. Plastic Man tells him he was a great guy. The two of them used to get together every week to play cards. Plastic Man turns to Batman and apologizes to him. They never wanted to invite him to play. That's because he tends to take the fun out of a lot of very fun things. Plastic Man asks Blue Beetle what it is he wants. Blue Beetle tells him he just wants to help. He'll do whatever they ask of him. He can't let go of what they did to Ted Kord. Plastic Man knows Blue Beetle just wants to join the team to avenge the death of someone he loved. Those words from Blue Beetle sound like something Batman himself would say. No doubt the Bat must feel a connection to that. Batman turns away and tells him to follow the plane. He assumes that won't be any problem for Blue Beetle. Even though Batman is usually the leader, this time everyone will answer directly to Batgirl. No one takes a step without her say-so. Everyone has to do what she says. Blue Beetle understands what was just asked of him and thanks them for letting him help. Plastic Man tells him no problem. After all, Batman really does have a heart buried under all those serious expressions he always wears. Batman tells Blue Beetle he'll need a distraction for his parents, since they don't know how long they'll be in South America. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm Raven Comics, and see you in the next video.